All right, everyone, here's my thoughts on your quiz number 2. Just some basic catch up. We have a duct here that's 14 by 10 with drives on the 10 circled. Going to duct work that's 12 by 8, drive on the 8 circled. Okay. We know the distance from the edge of this duct to the drive is 14 inches. This drive to this duct is 30 inches. There's a couple different ways you could do this. Different sizing. You got to transition somewhere in there. Some of you did it in the 90s. Some of you did a piece, then the 90. So if we drew a 90 here and put veins in it, by the way, that'd be a check on the veins. You could fill this piece with a piece of duct, and you could fill this with a piece of duct, or change this piece of duct as a transition. And this is a transition. There's a couple different ways, like I said, you could do it. Efficiency wise, we obviously don't want to make a really long 90 like this. And heck, if you wanted to, you could make it all out of one piece of steel, but you'd be wasting all this sheet metal. So there's an efficiency thing we got to think about as well. Because this is only 14 inches from here to here, a lot of you did a 14-inch throat. 14-inch throat right here to here. And that works great. Put a drive on there, it hooks right to it. You're lined right up. Now, if you're staying 12 by 8 here, you could start 12 by 8 here and go out and change it as you turn it to a 14 by 8. You cannot make it a 14 by 10 because this being an RE, the cheeks have to be flat. You can't transition the height without a drop cheek elbow. So somewhere in there, again, you have to make a fitting. This being 30, if you made this 4-inch throat, you'd have 26 inches left. A few of you made a 26-inch transition from here to here. Perfect, great. Going from 14 by 10 to 12 by 8. And again, if you're doing it that way, you gotta make sure it's flat on this side, because if you make that a 14-inch throat, this side needs to be flat. If you're going 14 down to 12 and you make the other side flat, you'd need 16 inches because you're transitioning. Trying to make things less difficult here, but this being 14 inches here and the duct being 14, you've also, an option would have been a long sweep elbow with a 14-inch throat. That would have been nice too, good airflow. That would have, and you could transition from 12 to 14, but you still got to make a offset. Most of you did pretty good. I appreciate you guys sending in something. Writing it on a piece of paper, draw me a picture, I don't care. It doesn't have to be on a side sheet yet, but that's a good start. Hopefully you understood this, because your quiz, let me show you what's next. I'll send it to you, but here it is. It's the exact same thing as last week, but somebody decided to put an I-beam right there, right in the way of something. So it's the same situation. I didn't change anything. I just drew an I-beam in there and threw some dimensions in there. So now you gotta not only go around it somehow, but change sizing, watch your offsets. You just tripled how hard this was. So this is 2.1 and it's not easy anymore. Okay, it's a little more difficult. Okay, that's it.